To the Moon universe, created by To the Moon Incorporated, aims to bridge the gap between users who are unaware of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, those who are enthusiasts like myself, professionals, and even up to industry whales. This team's goal is to revolutionize the NFT space through unconventional and forward thinking. And it is their goal to be a global brand. They're more than just a profile picture project or a GameFi game built on blockchain technology. They are hoping that their global brand will grow enough to ultimately contribute to the crypto community's expansion into these untapped markets. To the Moon uses the Neo blockchain to facilitate their vision, their ideas, and build the stuff that you will see in this video. And that includes their very own token, TTM, which is a NEP17 token on the Neo blockchain. If you're unaware of what To the Moon universe is and who it is behind this, we can start with the first thing is that they were the first people to enter the Neo 3 early adoption program. That means the moment Neo 3 became reality, they were one of the first projects on board and building right from the start. So they've been along ever since the revamp of Neo 3 happened, because this new Neo 3, as I've talked about in previous videos, allows them now to fulfill their big vision that they have. As I mentioned, the team behind this, it's quite a team. You have a couple of co-founders in Flight and Mission, you have the smart contract lead, the game dev lead, the front and the back end, and a professional writer. So these are the people that are the core team of To the Moon Incorporated, and they are the ones working on all the To the Moon products. They also have someone in animation, and then a bunch of people in game development, some artists, some engineers, some modelers. They got a lot going on. To be honest, To the Moon universe is already pretty big, and it's a lot to cover in one video. So the reality of this video is we're just gonna do a broad overview of what is out there, what's to come, and then probably in the future there will be some other videos where I go more deep into some topics such as staking or the colonization games. Stuff like that will need its own video. And on that note, let's do an overview of what their priorities are. What are they trying to achieve? The first thing is art. They want good art, and that includes NFTs, lore, books, music. So that's not just the NFT art. They want to any type of artistic form. That's what they're aiming to achieve. Then you have building. They want to build a marketplace, which they already have, a platform, which they're actively developing, and as well games. So they're working on some games that incorporate likely their NFTs that they have been creating over the last few months. And most importantly, and I know if you ask them, they would think this too, the community. The biggest thing they're trying to achieve is a global brand and a community. They want a strong community behind their product, and everyone knows if you can build a strong community, you're probably gonna build a great product alongside it. Community is nothing without a product, but product is absolutely nothing if you don't have the community around it. Let's briefly and quickly go over the roadmap for To the Moon universe so you can get an idea of what has been achieved and what might be down the pipeline. As you can see here, Universe Phase 1 has already been completed, where they have done some lore, did some introduction articles, some soundtracks, even a hackathon. Their website, which if you're curious, you can go to tothemoon.net. That is their main web page, their main landing page. And on there, you're able to see everything and link to everything that is important or needed with the To the Moon project. But yeah, the main thing is the phase 1 that's already been completed was getting everything up and running, getting the visuals ready, and releasing the first phase of the NFTs Cycle 1 New Moon, which, spoiler alert, I actually did purchase some of those way back last year, right? God, has it been longer than that? 2 years? Oh, time flies, I tell you. Now we'll take a look at the second universe phase here, which is the one section that they are currently on now, and it includes some partnerships, such as ones with the For the Win collab and their Fusion Cryptonauts, which we will get into a bit more later. Some NFT airdrops, their own token. TTM has some airdrops. They've got their storybook, their lore. There's a lot going on, more than I can cover in this moment, but lots more to come in Phase 2 and even Universe Phase 3 and 4. Here it is. Feel free to pause if you want to read more or go to the Discord, but you can see there's games upcoming. They're going to release like comic books, children's books, and their games that they're going to create in their metaverse, the Village. Eventually in the future, you're going to be able to play those, which will be great. There's even the lofty goal of an animated series. Like I said, big plans, big goals. They want to be a global brand, so of course their roadmap is going to be big and massive. It's good to see a project like this working in the Neo ecosystem and using all of these tools that it has provided us and using them properly and getting the community excited about something big, and I think it's cool. Let's move on now. We're going to talk about things that currently exist in the To The Moon universe and things you can do right now with it. Let's start off with lore. So I'm not going to go over the actual lore here, but I will leave links in the description to all the different lore that exists. But the current cycle that they're on, so this is different from like their overarching roadmap. It's like the cycle, like a moon cycle. They're currently in cycle 1, where they have New Moon from July 2021. They have from March 2022, the Waxing Crescent Real Tour. And then you have the first quarter part 1 from September 19th, 2022. So if you want, I also forgot part 2. It's in 2 parts. Make sure you read the lore if you're kind of interested about what they're doing. Now, you're thinking, lore? I'm gonna be honest, I'm a dude that skips a lot of lore. I don't care that much about lore. But you know what? They do put some effort into this. If you're a lore person, you're probably gonna love this. To be clear, it's not like some dude, you know, just sitting there by himself, just like writing up a story of just randomness. No, these are like, they have like a professional that actually knows about writing. It's not just someone spewing stuff into ChatGPT hoping for a great result that makes some logical sense. No. They have like a professional writer on this job, and they're professionally writing the lore. So it's not just nonsense. Like, there is some real effort put into this, which is kind of cool. So if you're interested in reading the lore, links in the description. You can read all the lore that exists up until this point, which obviously there's going to be more to come. And now we'll go over, briefly keep in mind, like the biggest project they've got going on. And that is like the Colonization open world game and like the To The Moon universe and its NFTs. The To The Moon universe has a whole lot of NFTs that they've created. You have Cryptonauts, you have moon babies and moon creatures who in the lore own half the moon. And then on the other side of the moon, you have Cryptonauts and Moon Traders. Those are basically the 4 core NFTs that you will see in the To The Moon universe. They have all sorts of traits and all sorts of different rarities and perks and everything, which I cannot go over in this video because holy crap, this is by far the most detailed thing. So if you want to like specifically read up on this metaverse, I will leave a link in the description to this metaverse article that will go over literally every person, thing, alien, item, building, blah, everything, if you want to read up on that. But we're just going to go brief here. And they have the moon code, which is like the laws to abide with in this metaverse. You have your moon plots, which will be a big thing in the future of this metaverse and its NFTs, where you'll be able to build different buildings that do different things, get different points. And everything will be fueled with this TTM token that we mentioned. And then you have the village, which has like the marketplace where the moon plots are, concert hall, races, repair, arcade, battle station. There's so many things in this. And then you have tons of different locations. It's crazy. But yeah, the colonization and the To The Moon metaverse is definitely going to need its own video, but that's where we're going to leave it for this introduction and overview of the To The Moon universe. But yeah, the arcade is going to have a bunch of different mobile games that they plan to release, and that one is probably going to come sooner than the full release of this whole colonization. And one thing that To the Moon wanted to reiterate and emphasize is they are not play to earn. It's not some, poorly thrown together, kind of crappy game where you have to play it a certain amount of time per day to earn your crypto, or else you don't get anything. And no one really enjoys playing it. They just do it because they want some crypto, right? But it's not that. They focus more on staking their assets to earn benefits, which in my opinion is much better. Majority of us have lives where we have a lot to do and we can't dedicate to playing a game all the time. So doing it this way I think is a great idea. Now that we've went over a few of their things, let's actually take a dive into their website. So here is their main page of tothemoon.net, where you can find their Twitter, Discord, the current chapter they're on, and the link to their Metaverse, which is just links to the article on Medium that explains it, that really long one that I briefly scrolled through and linked in the description. That's what that one is. And of course, all powered by your lovely Neo blockchain and all the different personality traits that you can mint with your characters and different regions where they can come from. There's lots of different stuff where you can go into and learn more about. And of course, the main goal right now is you want to collect your TTM characters and items, which will have a much more utility in the future, that's for sure. Onto the more interactive page, we're going to go to tothemoonuniverse.com. Here we are on tothemoonuniverse.com. This is like their marketplace where you can mint, where you can stake, where you can do fusion battles. If you want to interact with To The Moon Universe and what they have now, this is the place to go. So we'll just quickly run through everything that's on this page. Of course, you can connect your wallet here in the top right. Then you have the marketplace. So this is where you're able to buy characters, runes, fusions, and moon devices. So just like any other NFT marketplace, this is just To The Moon's built in to their webpage marketplace where you can buy and sell your To The Moon NFTs. Then you can move on to the Moonporium. This is where you will be able to buy and sell items. So apart from those NFTs that are characters, creatures, whatever, the Moonporium is where you'll be able to buy and sell these items that are going to be used in the metaverse in the future. Then you can move to collectibles. Once you get to collectibles, this is where you're going to be able to mint characters. So when they have phases, they're currently on the first quarter phase, which is fully sold out. So if you want to mint an NFT, you'll have to wait till the next phase. You can also just go to the marketplace and buy one if you would like to. Then you can go to wallet balance. This is where you can search up a wallet type, load an NFTs, pretty straightforward. Staking, we'll have to do probably its own video as well. But you can choose to stake in some infrastructure pools or some resource pools. I believe I am currently staking in an infrastructure pool in tier 5. So if you click a tier, different tiers have different chance of creating a deed when they're burned. And it tells you like the total staked amounts and whether you can stake. This is where you actually do the staking, and then you can view your stake. So I have a couple stakes in tier 5 and tier 6. As you can see here, you can see when I staked. You can see how much TTM is staked at that moment, when you get your next reward, and how much rewards you currently have to claim. So this, I have like 4 of these tier 5 rewards, and they have like a 6% chance or whatever of minting some infrastructure. But again, we'll get deep into staking in another video, but you can stake your TTM tokens in this platform to earn stuff that will be used in the metaverse. Onto the collection. This is where you can see your personal collection. So you can see here, I got some of my crypto knots, my precious crypto baby. That's my precious. Some crypto creatures and moon trainers. Of course, there's another tab for items. So these are the multitude of items, which are quite a few, I think, or maybe not. But this is where the items are that will be used in the metaverse. Then you have fusions, which I do not have any of. Runes, I also don't have any of. And moon devices, which you guessed it, I don't have any of. Next, we'll look at the hidden arenas and the fusion portal. this is where you can fuse. So we're gonna let's dive a little bit more into this. Right here is a For the Win rune, and right here is a Cryptonaut. So there's an ability to do a fusion, and a fusion is taking one of these For the Win NFTs and one of these Cryptonauts, fusing them together to get some almighty power, where they will have some attributes and some elements attached to them. Again, fusions can definitely get its own video to explain what is going on there. But basically, if you have these fusions, your fused Cryptonauts can join arenas and do battles, which you'll be able to earn experience, increase their rank, and earn rewards. So on the note of fusions, that kind of leads me to the partnership between TTM and For the Win networks. I did a video overviewing For the Win network. A card will pop up where you can go view that video, but basically, yeah, I went over For the Win network and staking and all the stuff that they have and swapping. These two work very closely together, and one thing you can do, in fact, is take your TTM tokens and you can stake them on the For the Win network. That's one use case for it. And then you can earn liquidity and staking bonuses. And of course, the marketplace on To the Moon's site isn't the only place you can trade these NFTs. Of course, you can go to Ghost Market. As you can see in top collections over time, To the Moon Universe is in second spot with 400,000 in volume. Makes it second on the entire Ghost Market platform. But this is like the NFT marketplace for Neo, and where To the Moon is, and you can click the collection at ghostmarket.io, and you can see all the different items, and any of it can be bought and sold on this third-party marketplace. So this is one place you can go if you want to buy and sell some of these NFTs and items that exist. Also, one more thing I want to go over here is the current use cases for TTM. So it's not just some magical pixie dust token. Like, it does have some use case. So going over here, it's going to be used in auctions and sales for moon plots. Like I showed a bit earlier, you can stake it for infrastructure deeds. It will also be voting governance power. You can also use it for buying and selling NFTs in the marketplace. You can stake it for rewards, which is what I went over with For the Win network. You can stake it for those resource tokens instead of infrastructure deeds. You can use it to mint some of these new NFTs, collect some of these future, like I said, merchandise, storybooks, comic books, real life stuff. It's gonna use TTM. So they have a lot of use cases that already exist and will exist in the future. So that's where we're gonna wrap this one up. I hope you all enjoyed this, as I said, brief overview of the massive project and universe idea that To the Moon is. Probably more videos coming on this where we're gonna like deep dive into things like staking or fusions or the massive colonization project, and maybe their games in the future when they come out. If you want to check it out, there'll be a ton of links in the description, so go check it out, play around with it, maybe get yourself an NFT or two, read up on some lore, look at the roadmap, join the Discord, chat with the community. There's lots you can do right now to get yourself involved in To the Moon Universe, which is just an NFT project in the Neo blockchain right now that's thriving, and it's great to see these kind of things happening in Neo. And you know, recently the price of Neo and gas had been surging. It's clear the excitement around Neo is growing, and it's really awesome to see. But that's it. Let me know what you all think in the comments below of To the Moon Universe, and let me know, are you currently a holder of some moon babies or Cryptonauts? Are you already in it, or are you excited to jump in it and see what it's like? Let me know, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button and maybe share it with someone that is interested in learning more about projects in the Neo blockchain space right now, or if they want to learn more specifically about what exactly TTM is. So it'll give them a bit of an idea beyond the name itself and the art, of course. Be sure to subscribe for more videos. I have a lot of Neo videos that have been released and are on the way, so be sure to check them all out when they come out. And if you have the notification bell on, you'll be notified for any future videos. But that is going to be it. Take care, everyone. Bye.